Oh, g'day everyone. In all this doom and gloom, I've got some fantastic news for a change. Sit down, crack open a bottle of champagne, and let's all celebrate. We are 4 months away from freedom. Australia could have a coronavirus vaccine by the end of the year, as ScoMo signs a landmark deal to buy Oxford University jab as soon as it is approved. Of all the vaccine makers around the world, why has he chosen Oxford University? Interesting, 4 months. We're told that vaccines take years and years and years to produce, and even then, they're not even safe. So we're going to get this vaccine in 4 months, and we're going to test it on 25 million people without proper testing. You can't create a vaccine in months. But anyway, it's pretty exciting because we're going to be free. So get ready to take your masks off in 4 months' time. They'll just drag it on for another 4 months with the lockdown because we don't want any more cases, do we? We don't want any more cases till this vaccine comes. So let's see what they've got to say. All 25 million Australians will be able to get injected for free. For free, you little beauty. We don't even have to pay for it. Oh my God, can you imagine the queues? They'll be miles long every night, all through the day, 24/7. For free. People are going to love that. Just weeks after the vaccine is approved, which is expected to be late this year or early next year. By God, Oxford University, you are doing a wonderful thing. But why are you so much better than everyone else? The vaccine licensed by UK drug firm AstraZeneca is in phase 3 trials. Trials? What's trials? I think they meant trials. On thousands of people in the UK, Brazil, and South Africa. So we got to, give our gratitude to thousands of people who have volunteered to, take part in these trials. Trials. Yeah, sure. Thousands of people. You'd have to be a freaking idiot. And there we go. We've got this wonderful scientist here. Have a look at her developing this vaccine. Earlier trials found it generated a strong immune response and a fourfold increase in antibodies against corona BS in 95% of participants. Sounds good, doesn't it? What happened to the other 5%? Did they all die? The federal government has signed a so-called letter of intent. Already, they've just gone and signed. They've really studied this mob, AstraZeneca. They know, what their past record's like. Yeah, no worries. Let's just sign this, in which the firm agrees to hand the vaccine over to Australia as soon as it is approved. Australia will then make millions of doses on home soil and distribute them across the country. Whether it's a knock on your door with the military with a gun pointed to your head, who knows? But you're going to be grateful it's for free. The government is in talks with the nation's biggest health company, CSL, to make sure enough doses can be made as fast as possible. You can guarantee after a short time they'll say, oh, we've nearly run out. We've nearly run out. You better rush and get your vaccine because we'll run out. And there ain't no more, so you better rush out. And the idiots will say, yeah, I'll rush out at 3 a.m. in the morning because I want my vaccine. AstraZeneca has already agreed to share the vaccine with the UK, the European Union, and international organisations, including the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations and Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance. Well, we know how bad Gavi is. Do you think Bill Gates has got his testicles in all these things? You can bet your life on it. Australia will later sign a formal agreement with the company, which will include details about the distribution, timing, and price of the vaccine. The question is, this is on Daily Mail. Has Morrison actually come out and announced this? Has he actually announced this? Or, as we know, Daily Mail gets the news before the news actually happens. So how is Daily Mail reporting all this when Scott Morrison hasn't even come out and mentioned this? Scott Morrison said the Oxford vaccine is one of the most advanced and promising in the world. And under this deal, we have secured early access for every Australian. Or, well, maybe he has come out, excuse me, and said something. And he, oh, shit, what's this woman doing not wearing a mask? Arrest her, please. Arrest this woman now. Get 12 cops and arrest her and choke her. But, of course, they've got these other two in masks. And, of course, we see the sign here. I don't know, social distancing or some shit. We got to slot that in. You know, there's no way a person's going to be standing in front of that. All 25 million Australians will be able to get injected for free. We've said that. If this vaccine proves successful, we will manufacture and supply vaccines straight away under our own steam. It'll be like a fucking steam train. And make it free for 25 million Australians. The government is also negotiating to buy vaccines from other developers if the Oxford vaccine does not work. I'll read that again. The government is also negotiating to buy vaccines from other developers if the Oxford vaccine does not work. So they're not even sure that it's going to work. They've jumped in and signed the deal, thinking it's not going to work. So hang on, we might have to have a backup here and negotiate with other vaccine makers. What a lot of shit. You've got to be virtually 100% sure that this thing's going to be good before you sign a deal. And if you're going to sign a deal, you're going to be pretty positive that there's not going to be any side effects. So what's with this negotiating with other developers? Oh, my God. So what? Does not work. Is that when like 1 million people drop dead overnight? You say, oh, fuck, that didn't work. Let's go try another one. Honestly, there are currently 167 vaccine candidates. 160 vaccine candidates throughout the world that are working on this shit. How about all you people trying to find a vaccine for cancer or all these other diseases that have been around for since Adam was a boy? But no, everyone wants to get into the COVID crisis. So Scummo has chosen this mob over 166 other candidates. Oh, but they're only in preclinical and clinical trials around the world, including 29 undergoing clinical trials in humans. Daily Mail is really up to date with what's going on with the vaccine candidates. There are 3 candidates in Australia at the University of Queensland, University of Melbourne, and the Flinders University in Adelaide, all of which have completed phase 1 trials. Well, you're only phase 1. You're too slow, guys. It's amazing how all the universities are into this. You're telling me that universities are developing vaccines? Universities? What a lot of bull dust. So, no, Scummo, just ignore these ones. Or maybe they're your backup ones, are they? Scummo said there is no guarantee that this or any other vaccine will be successful. Duh! But we'll spend billions of dollars anyway. Which is why we are continuing our discussions with many parties around the world. I mean, what sort of discussions are they having? How's the vaccine going, George? Yeah, not bad. We just tested a few volunteers today. One dropped dead, but that's okay. He died from COVID. So, we were a bit late with the vaccine. So, yeah, anyway, it's going well. Oh, my God, what? They want us to believe this shit. Anyway, which is why we continue the discussions with many parties around the world, while backing our own researchers at the same time to find a vaccine. That's these clowns at the universities. Australia is expected to spend billions of dollars on researching, buying and producing a vaccine. And all that money is going to go to, what's his name? William Gates. That's right. Before the announcement of the deal, Labor's health spokesman, Chris Bowen Bullshit, slammed the government for taking too long to sign the agreement. Yeah. I am concerned Australia is way behind the game when it comes to getting access to the vaccine. Yeah, what? Other countries have got it already? It is incumbent on the government to take more steps urgently to ensure that we have those advanced supply agreements in place. The United States has 6 advanced supply agreements. The UK's 5. You don't want to know that. Healthcare workers through a drive-through. You haven't got a cab. You have got a cab driving through a testing station. You're telling me that someone has called the cab, Silvertop Taxis. Look, I need to be taken wherever down the road, miles away maybe, because I need to get tested for COVID-19. Yeah, and I'll catch a cab to get tested. And I don't mind sitting in a cab for 4 hours and just clocking up on the meter, $200, fare, because I need to, get this test, because Daniel Andrews says we're not having enough tests lately. That's why the cases are dropping. Anyway, there it is. I hope you've cracked that champagne cork. Only 4 months of lockdown. Only 4 months of wearing those wonderful masks, everyone. By God, it's going to be a relief in 4 months' time when they say you can take that mask off finally, and when you can actually go outside after 8 p.m. Oh, can you believe it? This is just a wonderful, wonderful wake up for me this morning. By God, I've never been happier.